Sometimes the life that hurts us the most is not the one we are living. It is the one we imagined, the one we thought would happen, the one we secretly expected to become real. Most people believe they're struggling with reality, but often they're struggling with a comparison that never stops. Reality on one side, imagination on the other. As children, we imagine a future that feels simple. We believe certain things will happen naturally. Success will arrive. Love will last. Time will be generous. We carry those expectations into adulthood without even noticing. They become part of the story we tell ourselves about who we are supposed to become. Then life begins moving in directions we never planned. Some doors close. Some opportunities disappear. Some dreams slowly fade without warning. At first, we tell ourselves it is only temporary. We believe we will eventually return to the path we imagined. We think the story is simply taking a short detour. But years pass. The detour becomes the road itself. And one day, we realize we're living a completely different life than the one we once expected. That realization can feel painful, not because our life is necessarily bad, but because it does not match the picture we have been carrying for so long. Many people spend years measuring their reality against an imaginary version of their future. And reality almost always loses that comparison. The imagined life has no mistakes, no missed opportunities, no uncertainty. It exists only in the safest corners of the mind. In that imagined future, every decision worked perfectly. Every chance was taken at the right moment. Every outcome unfolded exactly as planned. Reality can never compete with that. Reality is messy. It contains disappointment, confusion, setbacks, and unexpected turns. The problem is not that life failed us. The problem is that we continue comparing it to a version that was never tested by reality. Sometimes we miss a person we never truly had. Sometimes we miss a future that never truly existed. Sometimes we mourn possibilities instead of facts. The mind has a strange habit. It edits memories and possibilities until they become more beautiful than they ever were. Then it asks reality to compete. That competition is impossible to win. No real life can outperform a perfect fantasy created over years of imagination. This is why some people feel dissatisfied even when many things are going well. They're not looking at what exists, they're looking at what could have been. The more attention we give to the imagined life, the less attention we give to the real one. And slowly, the present begins to feel invisible. We stop noticing what remains because we are obsessed with what never arrived. We stop appreciating what is here because we are focused on what is missing. Many regrets are built this way, not from reality itself, but from the endless comparison between reality and imagination. There is a quiet exhaustion that comes from carrying two lives at once. The life you are living and the life you believe you should have lived. Eventually, that weight becomes difficult to ignore. The comparison follows you into ordinary moments. It appears during quiet evenings and restless nights. You begin asking questions that have no answers. What if I had chosen differently? What if I had started sooner? What if I had not been afraid? The mind can spend years exploring those questions, but no matter how long it searches, it can never return to test those possibilities. At some point, something important becomes clear. The imagined life is not waiting somewhere in the future. It never existed outside your thoughts. It was a story, a possibility, a projection created by a younger version of yourself who could not see everything that life would eventually bring. And perhaps that younger version was not wrong. Perhaps they were simply incomplete. They could not predict the lessons, the people, the losses, and the growth that would shape you. The real tragedy is not that the imagined life never happened. The real tragedy is spending so much time looking at it that you forget to live the life that did happen. Because while you were comparing, life kept moving. Moments arrived and disappeared. Opportunities appeared and quietly passed by. And one day, you may realize that the life you imagined was never the one you truly needed. The life you needed was the one that was happening right in front of you all along.